Greetings, Steelers fans. In today's video, I bring many updates, so don't forget to subscribe to our channel. There are some important updates about the Steelers, who have decided to add a wide receiver through a one-year contract worth $2 million to strengthen their receiving group. Today, I will analyze this player's profile and what fans can expect when they see him in action with the team's jersey this upcoming season. Before we dive into the specifics, it's worth keeping an eye on the team's moves, as this week could bring news of additional signings and free agency for the Steelers. You may have already heard about an experienced player who could join the team soon. If that happens, we will have the chance to discuss it live, so stay tuned for any updates regarding the Pittsburgh team. The new addition to the team aims to enhance the depth of the wide receiver core with a one-year contract that values the experience of a veteran player in a roster that still includes several younger players in development. Looking at the player's performances over the past few years, we see that he spent the last 2 years with the Houston franchise, played for Tennessee in 2022, and his last season with the Los Angeles team was in 2021. It's important to note that his production has declined. Last season, he failed to score any touchdowns while playing in 15 games, totaling just over 200 yards on 20 receptions. Clearly, he is no longer the same player he once was. Therefore, it's sensible not to expect him to take on a starting role. Many may draw parallels with previous signings, as this could appear to be another similar move. I acknowledge those comparisons given his history and the challenges he faces at this stage of his career, but I do see this signing in a positive light. There may be a tendency to view this just as another signing or a typical acquisition. I understand the connections being made, considering past links and other factors. While Cook may not be the best at creating separation at this point in his career, I find this signing far more intriguing than some of the other available options. The expectation for this player is not that he will take on a starting role. The idea is to bring someone in to occupy the wide receiver position, but he has faced significant challenges on the field, showing an inability to break free from defenders. Last season, we had another player who ended up being the second wide receiver in terms of total snaps, but his performance wasn't satisfactory. Currently, the depth of the wide receiver group features several standout players. Furthermore, there is an expectation that a new player could carve out a significant role this year, allowing him to showcase his skills. These players form the core, while a rookie enters as the fifth receiver, which should positively impact the younger athletes. This is especially important for a developing talent, as the organization hopes he will progress in his development. The presence of a veteran player could be quite beneficial as we head into the next season. Other players also hold value, especially in blocking roles. I'm optimistic about the current state of the wide receiver group, especially considering the intent to use two tight end formations. This suggests that it's not strictly necessary to have a roster full of wide receivers in this offensive strategy. However, it's crucial to solidify the first three positions. I really appreciate the position the team is in right now. Now, it's time to assess, and I invite you to share your thoughts in the comments section about the question pinned today regarding the signing of a specific player. Use the A to F grading scale for this one-year, $2 million contract. For a fifth wide receiver, I'm eager to hear what you think about this. Let's evaluate this player's signing with a grade from A to F. It's a one-year, $2 million contract for a fifth wide receiver. I'm curious to hear your opinions in the comments. Regarding today's evaluation, there will be a brief commercial break shortly, so take the opportunity to share your thoughts on the signing. Personally, I don't expect this player to have a significant impact, but I do believe this move provides some security for the team in case complications arise during the offseason. The player certainly has some bargaining power, as he could demand a high salary for his next contract, possibly around $30 million per season, or choose not to play. It's clear that the team is not willing to take on such a financial commitment at this point. They might consider this possibility, but only at the end of next season if he shows maturity and improves his work ethic, avoiding confrontations and inconsistencies in efforts seen over the years. Statistically, he has been strong, especially compared to others, but I sincerely hope that contract negotiations don't become complicated. This is certainly a situation that could arise, as he likely sees himself as one of the league's top receivers might feel entitled to a contract extension this offseason. Seeing another player secure a lucrative contract could lead him to question why he hasn't received similar treatment, especially considering his role as the primary receiver on the team in recent years. If that happens, I believe the team will stand firm, requiring him to honor his current contract or sit out the season. Acquiring a player like this adds an extra layer of security in that regard. The absence of the primary receiver would certainly be a significant setback for the offense, but for now, that's the projected outlook, and if he remains active on the field, everything looks quite promising. Adding more talent to the equation further increases the team's potential. The absence of George Pickens represents a considerable challenge for the offense, but for now, this is the projected offensive formation. If he's playing, the outlook is very optimistic. The addition of Calvin Austin III and Roman Wilson could further enhance this situation, especially if Roman shows significant development, as he had limited appearances in his rookie season. If he becomes a valuable asset, the offense has the potential to shine, especially if the young and promising offensive line can reach its peak performance. Bobby Trees is about to join the group, and his experience is expected to bring a strong presence, helping players like George Pickens and Roman Wilson, who are still adjusting to their professional careers and learning the nuances of the league. Known for his leadership and exemplary work ethic, he stands out even though he's not the fastest or most agile, fitting well into Arthur Smith's system due to his dedication, size, and blocking ability as a wide receiver. His main attribute is his exceptional hands. He is widely recognized for his reliability in this regard. If needed, he could be a safe option. I imagine he will take the position of the fifth wide receiver on the team, alleviating concerns about his performance, unlike other players in past seasons. With this new addition, a spot on the roster remains open. After the release of two players, the team signed a new undrafted defensive tackle from BYU and then brought in Bobby Trees. As such, a spot on the roster is still open, and there is high expectation that it will be filled by a veteran quarterback. The decision to release a player and bring in a new defensive tackle from BYU was made, followed by the signing of Bobby Trees. This results in an open spot on the team, and it seems likely that this position will be filled by an experienced quarterback. Of course, adding a wide receiver with experience and who has participated in the Super Bowl will be beneficial to the team. Additionally, there are indications that not only an experienced player will be joining this week, as rumors circulate about the possibility of a quarterback signing with the team. Given how the team handled the draft this year, it strongly suggests that the new quarterback is on track to become the starter. Therefore, it's reasonable to expect that an agreement could be finalized soon. As mentioned at the beginning of the conversation, there will be a live broadcast if this signing happens. Now, it's important to reflect on the expectation of 1.5 touchdowns for the player this season. I see him as a deep threat wide receiver, contributing sporadically to the rotation and offering security in injury situations, especially concerning George Pickens. For a one-year contract worth $2 million, I consider this a worthwhile investment. I'd like to hear your perspective on this, so feel free to comment if you think he can surpass that mark. Personally, I'm inclined to believe he can, as he has consistently been a threat in the red zone throughout his career. Injuries and other eventualities are possible, but I believe he's the type of player who will make an effort to train with the quarterback during the offseason to build good chemistry. I foresee him getting chances on the field, especially in critical moments in the red zone, and I hope he can score at least 2 touchdowns this season. That sums up my thoughts on the signing, which in short is a one-year contract worth $2 million. He's not particularly known for his separation skills, and overall, this signing resembles others made in past seasons. However, there's a noticeable difference in this situation. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to Steelers Nation Central and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the Pittsburgh Steelers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. In a stunning turn of events that has sent shockwaves through the NFL community, quarterback Trevor Lawrence has confirmed his move to the Pittsburgh Steelers. The announcement, which came just days after rumors began to circulate, has reignited excitement among the Steelers fan base and added a new layer of intrigue to an already dynamic team. Lawrence, widely regarded as one of the most promising quarterbacks of his generation, had been a key figure for the Jacksonville Jaguars since being drafted first overall in 2021. His strong arm, poise under pressure, and impressive ability to read defenses made him one of the most coveted quarterbacks in the league. However, despite his individual success, the Jaguars have struggled to build a competitive team around him, leading Lawrence to explore new opportunities for his future. The move to the Steelers comes as a bit of a surprise, considering Pittsburgh's solid quarterback depth with Kenny Pickett leading the charge. But the Steelers front office, known for making bold moves, clearly sees Lawrence as a potential game changer. In a statement following the confirmation of the deal, head coach Mike Tomlin expressed his excitement, stating, "We believe Trevor brings an undeniable talent and leadership quality to our locker room. This is a long-term investment in our future." While Lawrence's arrival will undoubtedly raise expectations, it also creates an intriguing quarterback competition. Pickett, who led the Steelers to a solid season last year, will now face the challenge of holding on to his starting spot against the new arrival. Both quarterbacks have distinct styles, with Lawrence being known for his deep ball accuracy and mobility, while Pickett brings a scrappy, no-nonsense approach to the game. The Steelers' offense, which has faced criticism for its inconsistency over recent years, is poised for a major transformation with Lawrence at the helm. His ability to make all the throws and stretch the field could revitalize the Steelers' aerial attack, complementing the team's already formidable defense. With Lawrence's playmaking ability, the Steelers could become a legitimate Super Bowl contender in the coming seasons. The trade also has implications beyond just the Steelers. Lawrence's move to Pittsburgh signals a shift in the league's quarterback dynamics as teams continue to prioritize the development of elite signal callers. It's clear that the Steelers are banking on Lawrence's potential to take them to the next level, and the rest of the league will be closely watching how this bold decision plays out. As training camp approaches, all eyes will be on Pittsburgh to see how the quarterbacks adjust to the new competition. Fans are already buzzing with anticipation for what could be one of the most exciting quarterback battles in recent memory. Whether Lawrence or Pickett ultimately takes the starting role, one thing is for certain: Pittsburgh's football future just got a whole lot more interesting. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Pittsburgh Steelers, make sure to subscribe to Steelers Nation Central and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.